Uh, Hope we have discussed about the introduction to macroeconomics in the previous concept, and we end up with the four sectors in the economy, which is household sector, firms, government, and external sector, isn't it? Now we are going to introduce with the second chapter, which is national income accounting. Okay. You know that being economic students, without income can move anything. All the economic activities will start from Hungary. Hungry, I used to say. So if you feel hungry, you will start going for the job, you will earn the income and you will go. Okay. There are three sectors in the economy, which is agriculture, industry, and service sector, which is also known as primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Tertiary sector. Okay. These sectors which will produce the goods and services, which will sell in the market, they earn the revenue and they will distribute to the factors of production, and remaining amount they keep for themselves as a profit. Okay. This and all, you know the general concept. Okay. So this that they are selling the products and the income is coming, no, overall country's income is known as national income. Okay, aggregate income. Already we have discussed in the microeconomics first chapter itself. Microeconomics example and macroeconomics example is there in your question paper. Microeconomics example you would have studied the consumer behavior, and macroeconomics example you would have studied the national income. Okay, so national income consists of aggregate income. Okay, aggregate income consists of the income derived from the major three sectors of the economy. Okay, about that only we are going to discuss in this chapter. See here, in this chapter we will introduce the fundamental functioning of an sample economy, circular flow of income, which means how the income is flowing from firms to firms, which is industry to household, household to industry. We will have a diagram also how it is going and how it is coming back. Okay, next, calculation of national income in three ways, which is product method, income method, and expenditure method. That calculation measures also we are going to discuss, and various subcategories of national income. Subcategories of national income, we can also say it's a concept of national income or macroeconomic identities. You have a question paper like that only, which are the macroeconomic identities. That identities are GDP, GNP, NNP, NDP, and personal income, personal disposable income, per capita income, and gross value added, net value added, and some of the concepts are there. About that also you will study with the formulas, how these kind of incomes are derived by the country and what are the procedure to be followed to get these kind of incomes. And also different price indices like GDP deflator, CPI consumer price index, and WPI world wholesale price index, etc. About that also you are going to study, and importance and problems of calculating national income. So these and all you are going to study in the national income chapter. So before going to that, I have to tell you the meaning of national income. Though you have studied in the first PU meaning of national income, the GDP meaning only gross domestic product. So national income, which is, it is the total value of all final goods and services produced by the country in a year. Total value of all final goods and services. All final goods and services, which include the goods and services produced by the three sectors of the economy. Three major sectors of the economy. Of an economy. Which are the three major sectors? Primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. Tertiary sector. Okay, ma. So about that and all we are going to discuss. And now we are going to discuss about the final goods. Just now I told you meaning of national income. So here I have used the word my final goods. I did not use the word raw material or intermediate goods. Okay, we are going to discuss about the every concept in detail. Okay, now final goods. Those goods which do not undergo any further transformation in the production process is called as final goods. See here in the image, final goods are goods that the final consumer consumes. That is, a consumer goods is known as final goods. Okay, once the final goods is produced, it will not go out of the some other transformation process to the hands of producer again. It will start the flow of economy, a circular flow of economy at the world, or economy as a whole, which means when the products is produced and it is coming to the sale in the market, again the income will be generated in the market. The income will become a profit at last, and the profit, the supernama profit, they will be paying a part of profit to the government as a tax. The government they will spend the tax amount for the welfare activities. Again, through the welfare activities, people will be getting a job opportunities, and people will generate the production, and again income will be flowing. So this is the circular flow of income. So if there is a rotation in the final goods, so it won't come back to the producer for the again transformation process. Understood? So here the producer goods, which is the producer will convert or transfer the product into finished goods. Okay, so it will go to the final consumer. It won't go for the production process once again. We can take an example of leaf, tea leaf. When we produce the tea leaf, the kitchen, it can't be used by the kitchen. It used by the consumers in a kitchen directly, isn't it? Again, it will go to the further process. The same way, which is the product, whatever it is, I said the product which is finally used by the consumer is known as final goods. Okay, ma'am, all the products can be considered as final goods. Oh, not at all, ma. Actually, as per the economics, the goods having the character, nature of goods cannot be considered as a final goods. Suppose if I purchase the vegetables, grocery, pulses and cereals to produce or to cook in my house and to eat in my family, for my family members, that is not considered as economic goods or final goods in economics. Actually, it should be purchased and it should be used for the economic purpose. It should be sold in the market. For example, hotel. Okay, so whatever I am producing, I am using, and that I should be sold in a market. That is final goods. Can you understand what I am saying? Okay, ma. And next concept, final goods. The example is given. You see, all the goods. It can be a clock or grocery, fruits, flowers, and furnitures and fish, whatever it is. A to Z, all the consumer usable item. It can be a consumer goods, durables or perishable. Ma, hope you know the meaning of durables and perishable. Perishable, which means it is based on the lifetime or long lasting capacity of the products. Okay, you know that fruits, flowers, milk and meats, okay, these products and all without protection preserves, you can't keep a long period of time, isn't it? Can you understand what I'm saying? It can sustain for a week or a month if though they keep the storage facility. So these are all known as perishable item. Those goods cannot be stored over a long period of time, is known as perishable goods, and those goods can sustain or can be maintained for a long, over a period of time. It can be a 5 years or 10 years or more than 10 years, is known as durable goods. You can take examples of durable goods. Furnitures, ma, at home you can see the furnitures. It can be a wooden furniture, or steel or fan, refrigerator, washing machine, A to Z, all durable items and all can be long lasting. Okay, so that is durables. Final goods, you can see now. So here you see a final goods or services which is sold to the consumer. Understood now? So the goods which are produced by the producer, all the goods cannot be considered as a final goods. It should be selling in the market. Can you understand? So it should be economic, there should be economic transaction of the goods. Okay, ma'am. And next, capital goods. What do you mean by capital goods? We can say this goods as a producer goods. The goods which are brought not for meeting the immediate need of the consumer, but for producing other goods. So it can be used for the producer only, isn't it? That's what we can say the capital goods, also known as producer goods. Okay, I repeat the answer again. Goods which are brought not for meeting the immediate need of the consumer, but for producing other goods. Suppose for example, if I am buying paddy or wheat from the agriculture farmer, can I supply to the consumer directly? No. The wheat, the paddy, I should make it to rice and I should sell in the market. Either it can be a raw rice or cooked meal in the hotel. Okay. Wheat also, some government shop they are giving wheat. The wheat cannot be used by the consumer directly. Again, it should go for the further process, should be grind in a flour, like a flour, and the flour can be used for the cooking purposes or baking a biscuits. Okay, ma. So the capital goods, or it can be a cash or tools or machinery or equipment or building. Building, which mean industrial building, shop building, or factory building, or companies, this and all known as capital goods only ma. So the goods which are used for the production process is known as capital goods, which is also known as producer goods. It cannot be satisfy the consumer directly. Understood amma? See in the picture which are the capital goods they have used. Vehicle also they have used, because that they are transporting the product from one area to another area, and tools, machinery. And here one more image, they have mentioned the clear cut information about the capital goods and consumer goods. See here, the video game system is consumer good, because the consumer, it can be a student or young age people or old age people, they can use directly. But here down, the latest lawn mower, which means the crop cutting machine or some other machine which is used for the producer, not for the consumer. Okay, next consumer durables. Just now I told you the meaning of perishables and durables. Yes, perishable, which cannot be stored long period of time, which is the long lasting capacity for the perishables are very less. You need a preservative system or protection system, warehousing system to store these things. Example, fruits, vegetables, milk, meat, etc. Okay, and durables, which mean the furniture. See the picture, refrigerator, TV, washing machine, etc. So the consumer goods which do not get exhausted immediately but last over a period of time are known as consumer durables. Hope you can understand ma. And next one, consumption goods. So goods which are consumed by ultimate consumers or to meet the immediate need of the consumers are called consumption goods. Before we have discussed about the capital goods, no? I recollect the PPT again. Goods which are bought not for meeting the immediate need of consumer but for producing other goods is capital goods. But here you see ma, consumption goods or consumer goods which is used by the ultimate consumer, because see here directly they are given the example of shopping mall. If you go directly, the consumer will buy and they use the products. There is a difference between final goods and consumer goods ma. That's why there is a different concepts. See, consumer goods can be used by the consumer for own purpose, households also, but final goods should be sold in the market. Okay, so goods which are consumed by ultimate consumer or to meet the immediate need of the consumers are called consumer goods or consumption goods. See here. And next one, what are the intermediate goods? Intermediate goods which lie in between producer goods and consumer goods ma. You can see the fabric industry, okay, cotton industry. So what will be the raw material? Raw cotton. And intermediate product is yarn, okay, yarn, fabric. And final goods is cloth, materials. Okay, so this is the example, best example for the intermediate goods. So the goods which are used up during the production process of other goods. It can be a screw, spare parts of any automobiles or phone, screw, wires and switchboards, or for fan industry also. The immediately a single industry cannot produce, so many firms will be there, they produce the spare parts and they supply to the main industry. It will be assembled in some particular industry, large scale industry, and it will be come out with the brand. It can be a Usha fan or other XYZ brand. Okay, the same way soap producing or any durable product or perishable product ma. So industries which the intermediate goods which are lie in between the producer goods and consumer goods. I can take one more example, steel. The steel cannot be used by the consumer directly. The steel should be converted into plates or some other format, and again it will come as a finished item, like a the cot and all, cot or any furniture. Okay, and one more thing, wheat flour and biscuit. Here you can say wheat is the producer or capital goods, and wheat flour is the intermediate goods, and biscuits are the finished goods. Okay, and sugarcane, sugar and juice, sugarcane, sugar and sweets, whatever it is you can make it. Okay, so that and all raw material, intermediate goods and finished goods. Okay, producer goods or capital goods which is used for the production process. Okay nama. So here products used in the production of final goods. Okay, it is not in the raw material format and it is not a final goods also. It is lie in between the producer goods and consumer goods. See the images, you can see the intermediate goods, the wood, cutted wood, isn't it? The trees are cutted and they made it as a plates, and plate cannot be used by the consumers. And who cut the forest, you know that is some separate activity, and it will go for the further process, which is furniture. And here solar energy and screw and wires, tubes, many things they have put up in the this one. And steels, plates and strings, everything they are keeping, everything are intermediate goods, cannot be used by the consumer, and which is produced by the producer, which lie in the process. It will go for next further production process. And next concept we are going to discuss about the stock and flow. Okay, have you heard about this word stock? Stock, did you stock the products in your family, or if anybody coming, no, if anybody lost the job in the family due to lockdown or corona, the people will be asking, isn't it? Okay, have you stocked the money, have you stocked the provisions, can I help for you? So stock, which means storage, obviously it's a general term, the same term only we are using in the economics also. Stock are defined at a particular point of time, what happened, how much you are stored, particular point of time. And flows are defined over a period of time, what happened from the 1950 to 2010 in India, what happened about the production of agriculture sector. So from that time to till date, every year if you are taking into account, it is known as flow. Okay, how flow you are. So flow, which means the consistency, continuity. Stock is fixed one, static item, what is stored in your package or packet or godown. Okay ma, stock are defined as at a particular point of time, and flows are defined at over a period of time. See the image here, stock, the in the tank, water filled in the tank, it is considered as stock. And flow, it can be a inflow or outflow. The flow, which means the water which is flowing from the tap over a period of time, how much drop flowing per hour, per month, per day, per week, that is known as flow ma. So let me discuss the difference between stock and flow. Okay, this question is there for 4 mark or 2 marker, last year also it has come, so better you can go through, very simple concept. See here, first meaning is the first difference. It is the quantity of an economic variable which is measured at a particular point of time. As I said, today how much you have stocked, okay, how much you have a stock. Okay, flow, it is that quantity of an economic variable which is measured during a period of time. Okay, it is a quantity of an variable, of an economic variable which is measured during over a period of time. Okay, and time is in stock, it has no time dimension, because whenever you would have stocked, maybe I purchased the provision before the lockdown, so it can come till 3 months, after 3 months only I need to purchase the provision. That is what they are saying, it has no dimension. It is need not to say when did I purchase and when did I stock my provisions. Okay, and it has the time dimension as per the hour, per day, per month. Yes, from last month what happened, from last week what happened, from yesterday what happened, that is flow ma. And it is a static concept. Which is the static concept? Stock. And flow is a dynamic concept. Yes, dynamic mean what is happening regularly, we are taking the updates. For example, if the hospital, for example, if I take a hospital, if the people are coming for inspection, they are taking the treatment medical report from past 1 year, how many treatment have happened and what kind of treatment had taken, which people had got success during the surgery or operation or some other special treatment and transplantation XYZ. That is the concept of stock. They are checking the registers. Okay, inspection, they are checking the registers. And flow, which means if the doctor comes to the patient, those who are admitted for the surgery or got a surgery last week, from last week till today what happened, what is the improvement in the patient health condition. Day by day the nurses will come morning and evening, they will take a temperature checkup, BP checkup, sugar checkup, whatever XYZ. That is known as flow concept to know the progress. Okay, that is the best example for stock and flow. And next one is quantity of money, wealth, etc. are the examples of stock. Yes, how much you have a money, how much you have a bank balance, that is stock, because already I have stored. Okay, it can be a lakhs or it can be a crores, but Here flow is related to consumption, investment, etc. Consumption. Today morning what I had and tomorrow morning what I will have and today night what I will have. And investment. What I am going to invest next and last year what I have invested. If I compare with these step by step, that is flow concept. Okay ma. So these are the difference between stock and flow. Exactly to say stock is the static concept. Flow is a continuous, which is dynamic concept. Stock is a variable which measure the at a particular point of time, and flow will measure the variable, economic variable, over a period of time. Okay ma, see here again I have written the same difference between stock and flow. It is an economic variable which can be measured at a particular point of time, and flow is an economic variable which can be measured over a period of time. Example they are given, you see, population, water in a reservoir, goods in warehouse. Okay, population till 2012. Okay, every 10 years once the population census is taken by the government. Till 2011 what happened? Now 2021 is next census, no ma? Before that what happened? So already we have taken the census. So about that detail we can analyze. And water in a reservoir, which is tank. How much stored water in a tank, and goods in warehouse, the storage house. Okay, here flow is the example, national income, water, river, sales, etc. National income, it's a flowing concept. Every year the national income may change, it may increase or decrease. Now you can see this pandemic. Suppose if it is natural calamities happening in a country or in a state wise, a major state has suffered, obviously national income will get affected because of lockdown. Okay, next one, water in a river. Okay, flowing only, no? In a river, water won't be stagnant. It keep flowing. So per hour, per second or per minute, how much water flowing? You could have seen in the news whenever the rainfall happen, the water is flowing in this area or this river. So per hour, this density, they will say no. That is the flow concept. And sales. Okay, compared to last month, this month, how much sales we have done? Every company will do the analysis, sales analysis. That's all today concept ma. Hope you understand all the concept. Thank you all. Go through with the concept. Thank you children.